The Terence Crutcher Foundation released a report this week that says incarceration rates for Black Oklahomans have risen dramatically in recent months, especially in Tulsa. I spoke with the foundation's executive director, Dr. Tiffany Crutcher, on Tuesday, and she said this trend is especially troubling for Black inmates confined in state facilities where COVID outbreaks have been reported.
New data was just released, and I am alarmed, Rich. Just found out that Blacks in Tulsa disproportionately are being sent to prison in the middle of a pandemic for nonviolent offenses, for failure to pay fines and fees, for just small infractions. And you know that Blacks make up 11% of Tulsa's population, but they have been 38% of these new admissions in June of 2020. And that causes for serious concern.
Especially given the fact that we're in the midst of a surging pandemic with inmates confined in close quarters.
There's people serving 10-year sentences, Rich, for nonviolent crimes, but guess what? Because they've been admitted to prison in the middle of a pandemic, now they're serving a death sentence potentially.
The COVID virus has hit the Black community harder and minority communities harder than other communities, white communities.
Blacks are disproportionately affected by this virus simply because of the pre-existing conditions that we're more prevalent to, like high blood pressure, diabetes, COPD, so many different comorbidities that the Black community faces. I've spoken with several inmates who are locked up currently, who's been in cells with people who's tested positive, and they didn't separate them at all. They may have a mask, they may not have a mask.
And it's your assertion that Blacks are treated differently than whites in the judicial system.
So many times, our white counterparts who are able to come home on a compassionate release or home confinement, but when it comes to the Black community, it's different. We're sentenced a lot longer, we're sentenced more, and we're arrested more. The numbers haven't got better, they've gotten worse, and so we have a problem on our hand.
You say Oklahoma has a problem, but neighboring states, Arkansas and also Kentucky, apparently you feel that they're doing a better job of addressing this. How so?
They're releasing people from prison. It's just that simple. It's not rocket science. They're taking a look at the classification of crimes and meet with the DAs, to meet with the judges. They're working together to make sure that they flatten this curve and that they don't spiral out of control with this pandemic. And Oklahoma is doing the exact opposite. We're asking for everyone to reach out to the DOC, to reach out to the Pardon and Parole Board, to reach out to the governor and the powers that be, so they can take action. It's just very important, and it is scary. So thank you so much, always.